There you go, buddy. Here. Lift. Oh, that's... Alright. Do you guys see that? Got him on the kokanee fly that I made. There's one. Alright. Fish on. First one, 15 feet. Thought that might be a good depth. Just realized I didn't bring the net, but that's okay. They're just trout. Maybe I'll catch a big one today because I didn't get a net, but oh, first one of the day. What do we got? Nice little rainbow. Little guy. See if we can try for something bigger, but yep, he pretty good. Alright, there he goes. First one of the day, guys. Apparently this little fly works. Hey Piscatorians, welcome back to the channel. As you saw from those clips, we caught a few kokanee and trout on some flies that I tied. I had a few viewers out there that DM'd me and asked me if I'd make a video on how I tie my trout and kokanee flies. So today, that's what we're doing. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a professional fly tyer, so I'm going to show you how to tie these flies today. Hopefully you guys can do the same at home. I'm using a fly tying kit from when I was 14 years old, so don't make too much fun of me when you see how old that vise is. But let's get after it. Hey guys, so this is the fly that I used in the video to catch the trout. It also works for kokanee. It's just a standard tube fly that I threw together. Didn't have a name for it. The Italian troutaholic called it the Pink Witch, so that's the name. So this is the tube that we're going to be using. It's a Pro Sportfisher Nano tube. You can get them at the local fly shop. Here's the packaging. They're about $5-6 for a pack of 14. Then also you're going to need a, well, first thing we're going to do actually is go ahead and cut the tube. And then you're going to put the tube on a, what they call like a tube kit vise or a needle kit. That's this little doodad here. Usually comes with 3 different size needles. Just thread the piece of tube that you cut on there, slide it back into the jaws, and then has like a screw tensioner, and you just want to get that pretty tight on there so that the tube doesn't spin. Sometimes it loosens up. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap the thread. We're using an ultra thread in a hot pink, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it back. And then we're going to get some of the first material, which is this extra select craft fur. It's by Hareline Dubbin. It's a synthetic fur. Again, this product's about $4, and you can make a ton of flies with it. And the cool thing about fly tying is you can kind of just, you know, throw stuff together. There's no rhyme or reason. If it looks fishy, come up with some of your own ideas. That's all I'm doing here. And we're going to go ahead and lay this underneath. That's going to be kind of the bottom of the fly, or it could be the top of the fly, depends how you rig it up, or it could spin in the water, but for this purpose here. And then this is a purple Krystal flash. I'm going to go ahead and grab like 4 to 5 fibers of the Krystal flash, cut it, and then we're going to tie this in on the sides of the fly. So right here we're just going to pinch that to the tube, give it a couple wraps around, and then we're going to go ahead to the bottom and do that again, which I just kind of fast forwarded and did for us. Now we're going to get some more of that synthetic fur, but this is a salmon pink color, and again $4, pretty cheap. So I'll grab some of this out of the bag here. We're going to lay this right on top and go ahead and make a few wraps around there. Okay, now what we probably want to do here is do a couple half hitches just to secure that down so the thread doesn't come undone. It's spinning on me a little bit, but that's alright. We got the half hitches in, cut the thread here, and that's going to be more or less the fly, but we got to do some trimming. So we're going to take it off the needle And you see we got that excess there in the head of the fly. I'm going to grab the scissors and cut that off. And that's kind of exposing the front part of the tube. Now we're going to take a lighter and just melt that front part, and it's going to kind of melt it back and keep it tight, and it keeps the hole open. I kind of got it off camera here a little bit, so I apologize about that, but I'm just heating it up a little bit till it melts back. Now we're going to put it back on the fly tying needle vise and tighten it in. Then we're going to put a little bit of UV resin on there. That's the Loons UV clear fly finish. It's a very thin flow resin. Doesn't take a whole lot. I probably put on too much, but that's just kind of how I do it. Put a little bit, coating the threads all the way around. And now we're going to go ahead and cure that with a UV light. This isn't the strongest power UV light. You can buy a higher end one at the fly shop, but I was just using the one I use for squid jigs, so it takes a little longer to cure it. But if you buy one of the high end ones, it will almost smoke it. Now we're just going to trim the fly down. I like to cut it kind of unevenly, that way in the water, you know, each one of those fibers is going to undulate a little different. I don't like to have it all the same length, so I keep it choppy. But that's the basic fly right there. So that's basically how to tie this pink witch kokanee fly. If you guys like to see some future fly tying videos, let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. If you would, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button for me if you liked today's video. And as always guys, tight lines.